Hi guys, it's your lovely host, Maya, and I'm here getting prepped for an amazing interview with the lovely Akashi from Ferndale, Michigan, all the way to Portland, Jamaica. We're about to get into what got her started on her journey to success and where she is right now and what her end goal is all about, you know? Stay connected. And like I said, it's me and Maya. If you're not connected, make sure you go ahead and connect with me right now. Like, share, and love upon all of my interviews and videos. I would greatly appreciate it, like you guys should appreciate me. And if you don't, it's okay. I love you anyway. Peace, love, and blessings. Welcome to the Mint and Connect, where we connect business owners with their right customers. Today we have a lovely guest who we have the pleasure of interviewing. We're going to be talking about her journey to and from success. Well, to success, not from success, but to where she is right now. Her name is Akashi, and we're going to let her actually introduce herself and to tell you guys exactly what she do and what she is a part of.
I am Akashi of Living Akashi, International Traveling, Plant Queendom, Goodness. I also am co-creator, owner, and caretaker of the Land of Ocean in Portland, Jamaica, the most mystical, beautiful place on planet Earth.
Oh, yes.
To me.
Okay.
I offer tours, experiences, journeys into the depths of your soul, aligning myself with nature, holding your hand while you return yourself to your greatest version of yourself. I share tools, self-loving tools from living foods, earth foods, herbs, roots, massage, yoga, Reiki, Tai Chi, breath work, just playing, just being outside playing in the hammock, swinging on the swings, coloring, enjoying yourself. Yes, and I'm so grateful.
Yes, thank you. This beautiful queen. What she literally have, and I don't even know if you know this, but this is like more so of what our spirit is calling out for. All the things that she is providing on her land of Oshun. So many things that we're missing, especially in the States. We don't get a lot of relaxation, a lot of great fresh foods, a lot of healing and loving. We don't especially have self-fulfillment. We don't know how to love on ourselves and take the time out to enjoy our spiritual being and letting our flesh experience love and more, and the right type of meditation and exercises and yogas and all of these different things that you created to be on this amazing land. Now please tell us, what was the first step to your journey to this marvelous land?
My attachment to the material world, my attachment to the flesh, my attachment to shopping and rims and necklaces and weave and makeup.
Oh, and weave and makeup.
Right?
Yes.
I was living in Atlanta, Buckhead, Peachtree, and Lenox, and I asked myself a question. The question was, how can you find another way to value yourself outside of how you look, what you're driving, where I'm living, what celebrity I work for? Is there another place in yourself that you can find value and self-worth? And the answer is no. No, absolutely not. I'm amazing because I drive this. I'm amazing because I wear this or I do this. And I said, well, what would you do if all this stuff ended? You know, these fancy shops and all these things. I dramatically said, I would die if this was gone. What would I do? What would people think of me, you know, without all of this? And I dialed a number to someone in Jamaica at a hotel I had learned about many moons ago. And I was like, hey, how are you? How's Jamaica? How's your family? And this person answered all the questions. And then at the end, he was like, you have the wrong number. He said, "Me think say you have the wrong number, but you sound nice. Maybe one day we will call you." And I'm like, is this for real? Did I really just have this long conversation with this person? And indeed I did. We hung up. I went on with my life. I didn't think another thing about learning about self-value or anything. However, 2 months later, that person called me. His name was Kala. He called me and he spoke about the stars and moon and all these things that I didn't communicate about. Long story short, well, it's a 9-year story. 13-year story actually. 13-year story later. We're here today. But after he called me, synchronicities led to me aligning myself in the same location where he was actually at. And I wasn't looking for that consciously. But come to find out, the places that I had discovered I could go visit eventually was a couple miles away from his home. So he told me I could come. I didn't have to worry about a hotel or anything. Just come and stay with his family. I came to Jamaica with my mother, and it was a culture shock. They didn't have all of the material stuff that I thought was so amazing. But what they did have was community, love, abundance of all the things that nature has provided for us from eternity, from the beginning. They had it just growing in abundance, the seawater, the rivers, the springs coming out of their earth to drink water, food just dropping on the ground, just littered food, just free food everywhere. And I'm like, I kind of like this place, but how am I gonna merge the two? Me, the person who was very attached to the outside stuff,
Right, absolutely.
and this abundance that was before me. Forwarding 2 years later, I returned to Portland, Jamaica, and I learned of a compromised immune system while I was in the ER. And my immune system had gotten so weakened, and the rest of my, the CBC, the WBC, all these things that the doctors, these words that they use to describe what's going on with your blood, it had gotten to the point where they suggested a blood transfusion, and for me to stay in the hospital and to really see what's going on. I declined, and I looked out of the window and I said, you know what? The window in the hospital, as I was in the hospital, the ER. And I looked out and I saw the sea. My whole life seemed like it flashed before me, and I was inspired that I was prepared my whole life for this very moment. I have information about natural healing and self-love. I hadn't applied it, but I had a lot of knowledge of it. Growing up with my uncle who introduced me to that kind of lifestyle. So I left the hospital against their suggestion, and I decided I was going to create a natural hospital where people could come and get other information, not just here's your blood work, this is what we're going to do surgery or give you drugs or injections, but see the sea, go get your minerals from the seawater. See these fruit trees right here, all the antioxidants and minerals. You see this herb right here, this will cleanse and purge your organs, your system. You see the sunrise, it'll open up your pineal gland and cleanse you out and give you the energy that you need. I'm going to create a natural hospital, and I'm going to heal myself while I'm doing it. How? I had no idea, but I knew that love that was in me, that's within all things, would guide me. I had no idea what I was doing, but I knew that love would guide me.
Absolutely. That is very, 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 very deep. Very deep at a steep that it felt as if you were led. You were led to be able to come onto this platform, especially what we're going through in the States, particularly Detroit, you know, but all over the States, from all of these different hospitals that's been created to generate money off of us. We have our natural resources, and that's what you have on your land. natural resources, not resources, but the food, the minerals, the herbs.
Right.
And we don't know how important that is. We think that we're more so accustomed, or we're pushed or forced to go to these hospitals. We need them. And we do not need them at all. And that's what build up all of these different type of emotions and different type of disconnects.
Say it, yes.
Disconnects. It's disconnects because you're telling me, you know, that I need to go to a hospital or ER to get blood work and have these surgeries to work on my mind. My brain is being caused by this, that, and the third. But we don't know it's what's in these steaks that we are eating, and these food, this processed stuff, this, what is it called? What is it?
GMO, genetically modified.
Yeah, modified foods. All of this stuff is tearing down our body. So you were led in a sense to be on this platform, to be on this earth, to be living right now.
Amen.
Okay? To
Right.
set examples and to be an example.
Wow.
To lead us to back to the motherland, because they are real. As the, I need to slow down, but in real life, that's what we have to do. We have to. That's our end goal. We have to know or land back where we originated from. Period. So now tell me, how long did you live in? Also, how long did you feel like that was a disconnect? Like that was a no-no? Like that wasn't something that you were supposed to be entitled to, or also feel like you need?
Well, wow, that's a wonderful question. So, I think that's all that I knew coming up.
Okay.
That's what I knew. I grew up in the suburbs of Detroit, and as a teenager, I hung with people who wore the big Rolex necklace, the Byzantines, the herringbones, the $500 weaves. That's what I grew up around, so it just seemed normal and natural. Like, that's the goal, to get a big truck with rims and sounds. That's just the goal. It wasn't a thought other than when you grow up, you get a house, you get the best truck, and that's it. However, when I moved from here to Atlanta and I was by myself, I wasn't with my everyday friends from where I grew up. I didn't have like their validation, the outside validation, to say, yeah girl, you got this, you got this. Where I was living, everybody had that. I was living in Buckhead where celebrities and basketball players and their wives lived. So I was like small crumbs where I had moved to. So I was embarrassed and ashamed a lot when I would go to the malls and the stores and I didn't have the shoes or the Mercedes Benz or whatever they were driving out there. So it made me look into myself like, you are valuing the outside for your self-worth. Now you're here and you don't have those things. Your things aren't comparing with your surroundings. So now what? So now what? And at the time I was like 300 pounds and I'm 6 feet. I was 300 pounds and that started to really come to me. You know, without my weave, I didn't feel pretty. With my side view of my big face, I didn't feel beautiful. Without the truck, I was embarrassed. I wanted to park in the back. Just all these different things, why I couldn't live amongst people, why I couldn't accept myself. And that's why when I was driving down the road, I asked myself that question. Like, you feel horrible about your real self. Not about the self that people see that you bought from the store. But yourself, the person that you go to sleep with. I hated her. And so that's, you know, my higher self, I would say, my inner self asked that question, which led me on,
Very important, because how you feeling is basically how 99.9% of Americans are feeling. We just don't have the courage to listen to our spirits. You listen to your spirit, that's why you are where you are. You listen to another side of you that nobody know exists. Nobody know exists. So you did something, take that. You did something so powerful. especially in these times of days. So powerful. You listen to your spirit despite of everything that was thrown at you and still getting thrown at you today, right now. So tell me, it's a different feeling.
The feeling, wow, feelings. The emotions and the feelings and the connection that I have with myself now as I've gone through this journey. It's like that breeze that's passing through right now.
Yes. Feeling so good.
Yes, freedom. I feel free. Whether I have on makeup, nails, weave, truck, if I'm walking barefoot, if I have a bus to catch, if all I have is some watermelon juice, or a whole, full plate of meals.
Yes.
Back then I used to love to go to a restaurant and order 3-4 different entrees.
Right.
And just sit up and eat them all. Not even finish them, just so I could say I could pay
Yes.
for 3 or 4 meals.
Yes.
Today I am completely accepting of myself. And when I say that, I don't mean just Akashi.
Yes.
I'm accepting of all my reflections. You're one of my reflections.
Yes.
The weather is my reflection. Everything that's in front of me is a part of my journey.
Yes.
Everything that's in front of all of us is a part of us.
Yes.
And I accept it. I'm not afraid. I'm not feeling nervous. I'm not feeling scared or feeling defensive. All these different things that we've definitely been programmed to experience. We've been programmed.
Yes, sister. Yes, sister. Yeah, seriously.
So I'm free. I've broken from the chains of mental enslavement, mental slavery. It wasn't just a physical thing.
Yes. And tell me, what would you, with women that's currently going through the things, like going through these crazy things, because it's like you literally turned your emotions and your feelings and your lifestyle into your business, into your career, into success. What advice would you give people that's in this limelight, that's living this life of feeling that they need all of these things to be accepted and don't love their self? What advice would you give them to break to freedom?
Because everything is a reflection of you. Whatever you put your hands on, whatever business, whatever career opportunity, entrepreneur ideas, if you're not well and self-loving and self-accepting within, your business is going to be a reflection of that. Period. Anything that you do, any relationship dynamic that you have is going to be a reflection of your ability to love yourself, accept yourself, believe in yourself, honor yourself. How much money? This business is about, could be about money. Whatever you believe your gifts, your talents, your abilities, your crafts, like if you do jewelry, if you do hair, if you have an auto mechanic place, if you don't even value yourself, you're not going to really put a high value on the work that you're creating to sell to people. You're going to feel like, well, I'll take whatever you have to offer me. No. How do you value me? So, even the clients, like, are you receiving healthy clients? Clients that are ready to take your lead? Or are you receiving clients that are like, oh, I don't know, I'll see, I'll give you a call. So that's what I would say. That is what I'm saying. That is what I've discovered. In order for you to align with any type of success on the outside of you, you have to work on aligning with that within you. We're already successful. We're already beautiful and perfect and amazing. But we have to go within and remember that.
Know that.
And completely, in confidence know that.
Yes, love that. Absolutely. And I definitely 100% agree. And it's not also, I feel, it is how you feel upon yourself and things like that. But also, let's talk about, can you give them some advice on how to mentally gain that success by the things that they intake, as far as just speaking, eating, listening to, envisioning, looking at. Please tell them, give them some advice on what they need to be doing to be on a healthier journey, even though it starts with itself.
Number one is to stay hydrated. Our bodies, this earth, everything is mainly water. Our bodies are made up of water, at least 80-something%. So our bodies require more water, right? Water, rivers, oceans, seas, lakes, they continue to flow. They receive from the top and they continue to flow. This is an eternal thing. The same thing with our bodies. We receive information, whether it's through food, conversations, experiences, and in order for them to flow out, there has to be a clear flow.
Yeah.
Not blockages from food that is high in toxicity contents, or conversations that are toxic, environments that are toxic. So I would say put some water in your waters. Keep your body hydrated.
And for people that don't like waters, what's some different waters that they can intake, like the wonderful water that you're drinking on right now?
Well, this is watermelon juice, which is, I think it's about 85% water. It's got a lot of natural sugars or fructose. So it gives you lots of energy. You feel energized. You could drink, I almost call it coconut water. You could drink watermelon juice all day and feel hydrated, feel energized, and it also flushes all your organs. But to answer your question also about for people that do not like water, everybody likes water. Everybody is made up of water. But for those whose palate has not remembered that, I would suggest drink it anyway because your body needs it. Drink your water anyway. Add limes with the seeds. Make sure you always drink and eat foods that have seeds in them. But, that's when they're natural. That's when they're alkaline. So put some limes in your water. Add some citrus to your water, any type of fruit, citrus. But drink your water, period.
Yes, absolutely. I agree. Because, I'm the type of person that I thought that, and excuse my ignorance, I thought that, water was just regular water, faucet water, and it comes from all of lights. We can drink coconut water, we can drink coconut juice, and juice our fruits and our vegetables. Well, vegetables, yeah, some vegetables that can be juiced. But actually juicing these things, if you're like me and that, don't really like the temperature water that, nourish our bodies, it's different in other outlets of water. Definitely. So, Mrs. Akashi, I also just wanted to dig into what your amazing land provide. How can our sisters and our brothers connect with this amazing land? How could they? Because it's needed.
The land is within you. The healing is within you. When you align with that, everything will align itself with you. What I mean by that, when you tell yourself or ask yourself the question, how can I get help? How can I be better? How can I love myself more? What do I need to do? Just asking these questions, automatically you'll align with everything necessary for your journey. Automatically. You'll get a phone call, you'll go somewhere and meet some new person. Just something will align when you ask the questions. So how you can literally, physically, once you get to that point, align with the land of Oshun, you can go online and type in the land of Oshun. You could also Google Living Akashi. Akashi is spelled A-K-A-S-H-I. The word Akashi or Akasha or Akashic actually means the eternal. So it's like the beginning, now, and the future, all happening at one time. Also, another way to put that would be the ethers. The ethers are eternal. past, present, and future, or now. Google Living Akashi. Google the Land of Oshun. We're on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, a little bit everywhere. There's people that have done, what do they call them? Interviews?
Yeah, and well, yeah, different interviews, lives,
Vlogs?
yep, vlogs, vlogs, yeah, vlogs.
There's quite a few vlogs online that you could, when you type in the name Living Akashi or the Land of Oshun, it'll come up and you can learn a little bit more. You can always give me a call directly. The Jamaican number is 876-851-5035, and you can reach us on Skype or WhatsApp with that number. But Portland, Jamaica, rainforest, paradise, divinity, tranquility,
Yes.
waterfalls, mineral pools, springs in abundance, fruit trees, herbs, roots and fruits. That's our birthright. That's our
Yes, it
birthright.
is. Yes, it is.
That is how everything was created,
Yes,
and we can recreate it.
yes.
We can
We certainly can. And one more thing I did want to touch on was just the law of attraction. The law of really attracting the things that you deserve, and not just want, as you want this weave and you want all of this makeup and stuff, but attracting the right things on a spiritual level. Can you give us some advice on how we can get on that toll and roll?
Woo! Excuse me.
She's like,
Be humble. Be humble. Surrender yourself to not knowing, to the unknown. Surrender yourself to the love that is present within, even though you may not feel it, you may not see it, you may not understand it.
yes.
Surrender and just know that it will all align.
Yes.
That's what I'm gonna say. Surrender. Be humble.
Yes. And one more thing. What's some things that we can do on a day-to-day basis to get there? To surrender ourselves, to really believe that we can believe the way that, or believe and also attract the things that we need to attract. Without thinking like we're just, we're atheists, or it's no higher power, there's no this, there's no that, and just thinking negative. How can we get there?
Taking it one moment at a time, one process at a time, and trusting no matter what it looks like, trusting the process. Know, like you said, the law of attraction. Everything will attract and align in the divine time, in the right space, in the right place. Every day, every single day, I wake up in gratitude before I even open my eyes. Like the moment I know that I'm present in my body, I wake up and I'm just like, thank you so much for my breath. Thank you that I'm present, that I'm coherent, I realize that I'm present. Thank you for this room that I'm in. It's clean, it's safe, it's beautiful. Just thank you for my limbs. Just thank you. So waking up in gratitude brings what? The law of attraction brings more things to be grateful for.
Yes, absolutely. That's definitely good. Because, we can sit and, want to, or believe that we can be accustomed or slaves, because little do we know we're slaves to these systems. These systems that they're creating, we're slaves. I don't care if you're a business owner, entrepreneur, designer, especially in the entertainment business. It gets deep, and you have to know. You have to know who you are, what power you hold, who you are, what spirits that you have.
Hey, shoot.
Because you can, and you have to also know that there's good and bad spirits. You have to pray every day to your good spirits and to your higher power to get that stuff off of you, to align you with what he have for you. Because it's no one on this earth that do not have a purpose, don't have anything to serve, don't have a journey to walk, don't have a dream to fulfill. We all do. And so I just want to say to you, just make sure that you are definitely following your dreams and following your spirit, your higher, your power, your God, praising him, repenting for the bad stuff, the stuff that you've been going through, the stuff that you went through, and it's okay. Don't hurt yourself. Don't put yourself in these holes, in these situations, just because you did something the wrong way. We all have.
I want to speak on that.
Yes.
I want to speak on what you just said.
Yes.
Sometimes, I'm speaking from my own experience and just from what I've witnessed, we may believe that the healing is in finding a cure for something. A pill for something, a surgery for something, even a herb or a root or food for something. That is not the cure. The only sickness is fear, and the only cure is love, period. That's how we cure whatever. And how does that work? What I've discovered on this journey, in all of my dynamics, I continue to align with situations where I noticed I always felt like I was going to be in trouble. I was always going to be punished. In trouble, punished. So whatever it was, I wasn't going to be accepted.
Yes.
I was going to have to hear, like, you did this wrong. That's not how we wanted it. And I would always cry and run away. Cry and run away. Until not that long ago, one day I decided, how about you don't run away? How about you stand right here in your power? How about you stand right here and see, what is this lesson? Because if this is happening all the time, there must be some lesson in this.
Yes.
Rather I'm in Jamaica, Japan, Africa, North America, in the hood, in the so-called stush places of the earth, wherever you go, there you are. So I'm like, me, you, myself, what are you trying to teach me? When I finally surrendered to the message that was within my mind, the fear that I had, it was related to a health condition, like a situation in my body. Our body speaks to us. Our body speaks to us a very clear language, but we can only hear if we're present.
Yes.
So I was feeling like I couldn't breathe. I was feeling like there was some tightness and feeling all these scary, so-called scary feelings. When I decided to stand up against this fear that was before me, the same fear that was always before me showed up in different places, different spaces, different people's faces, but it was the same feeling, the same vibration. I stood up in front of it, and it was like this dark matter space, this wind, dark colored space, and I just stood up in front of it, and I said, I'm here. And just like that, just in that very moment, everything was revealed to me. It said, I've shown up from your mother and how her tones have been interesting to you.
Yes.
I've shown up in the grocery store where somebody may have bumped you and didn't say excuse me. I've showed up in intimate relationship dynamics where I felt unaccepted from the man and his voice got loud on me. It's shown up in my health issues where I felt like I had to punish myself for things that I've done or things that I thought were wrong, ending up with all type of toxicities, diseases, ailments, because I had a belief, a program that I deserved to be punished. This is not something that happened on the outside of me. This is something that happened within. So when I realized, yes, all my reflections are showing me how much I love to be, punished, clearly. And I'm worthy to be loved and accepted. I'm worthy for a forgiveness. And I'm worthy of being present. What I'm doing right now is what I'm doing right now. What I did yesterday and who I was yesterday, that was then. So that is what I learned. That was the healing. That was the healing. That was the cure. It was the love. So in this, what I've discovered, I'm courageous. I was afraid. I was boggled down in fear. But today I am courageous. Today I am powerful. Today I speak powerfully with my voice.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Give me some, sister. Give me some love. Give me some, because we're not that. We're walking in fear every day, every day, every day, and we don't know how to break free and stand up.
Right.
So what's trying to break us down? So that's very steep and deep, and I'm glad that you shared that with us today. Because we do not have to stand in fear. We do not have to stand in these generational curses. We do not have to stand in these demons and spirits. God have us. We are controlled by Him. And we have to believe. And that's why faith is real. And if we do not, then will you continue to fall? But it's time to rise. And we will rise. And that's all we have for you today. It's me, Amaya, of course, and it's the lovely Akashi, all the way from Ferndale, Michigan, all the way to Portland, Jamaica. You guys, start at home. If you're not there yet, I don't care if you're a celebrity, if you're someone famous, if you're someone lame, if you're somewhere starting up, make sure you're putting yourself first. Make sure you're aligning with the right people to attract the right things, so you can end up on her land, a land of healing and peace. And if you're trying to find all of that in that sense, make sure you still connect with her through social media. Social media is very powerful right now. This sister's always on social media and she's always open. Make sure you invest in yourself. I don't care how much money in the world you gotta spend, ain't no money worth you, the change of you, the power of you. None of it. So peace and blessings, my love.